Hello everyone. Today I will tell you a story. The story is titled, A Lazy Afternoon with Tama, where everything slows down. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you appreciate me. You can skip this if you don't like this video. Thank you very much. The story begins as follows. It was one of those afternoons when the sunlight seemed softer, warmer, and a little sleepier than usual. The whole house felt calm, as if time itself decided to take a nap. And right in the middle of this peaceful atmosphere was Tama, my fluffy, round, utterly spoiled cat, sprawled across the living room floor like a furry puddle. I had barely stepped into the room when Tama cracked open one eye, just barely enough to confirm it was me. Then he let out the tiniest mrrrp, like he was greeting me but couldn't be bothered to put any effort into it. Honestly, it sounded more like he was saying, "Hey, I'm alive, but please don't ask me to move." The fan hummed quietly above us, sending a soft breeze that gently wiggled Tama's whiskers. His tail gave a lazy flick, the kind that clearly said, "This is peak comfort. Do not disturb." Since I didn't want to break the moment, I slowly sat down next to him. And, as if on cue, Tama slowly rolled over onto his back, exposing his white, fluffy belly like a trap. A trap that I, of course, fell for immediately. I reached out to rub his belly. Tama stretched his legs out dramatically, like a ballet dancer who had forgotten he was supposed to look graceful. His back paws twitched, and he let out the most satisfied purring I'd heard all week. It vibrated through my hand and filled the whole quiet room. As I scratched behind his ears, Tama closed his eyes completely. It was the universal sign that he had officially entered his lazy afternoon mode. His chest rose and fell softly, the perfect rhythm of a cat who had mastered the art of doing nothing. Meanwhile, the sunlight slowly shifted across the floor, creeping closer until it warmed Tama's entire body. Suddenly, he gave the funniest, slow-motion stretch I had ever seen, like he was trying to reach the sunbeam with every fiber of his being. He ended the stretch with a dramatic plop, flopping sideways again in pure bliss. Watching him, I couldn't help but think about how easily he embraced stillness. No rush, no stress, just breathing and enjoying the softness of the moment. It was silly, but it felt like Tama was teaching me how to slow down too. The lazy afternoon continued, and continued, and continued. At one point, I wasn't even sure if Tama had moved at all. He might have shifted one paw. Or maybe the wind moved his fur. Hard to tell. But everything changed when I walked into the kitchen. The moment I opened the fridge, I heard it, the sound of paws hitting the floor. Fast, determined, dramatic, like a professional sprinter launching off the starting line. I turned around, and there he was, Tama, suddenly wide awake, pupils huge, tail up like a fluffy antenna searching for a signal. It was as if the fridge door had revived him from the dead. "Tama," I said, holding a tiny packet of treats behind my back. "These aren't even for you yet." He didn't blink. He didn't breathe. He simply stared at my hand like he could telepathically open it with his thoughts. Then came the meow. A long, desperate, overly theatrical one. The kind of meow that makes you feel like you're withholding the secret to eternal happiness. I sighed and placed one treat on the floor. Instant transformation. Suddenly Tama wasn't lazy at all. Suddenly he was a panther. A lion. A predator reclaiming his kingdom. He pounced, snatched the treat, and devoured it with such enthusiasm that I burst out laughing. Of course, he immediately sat up straighter and meowed again. More, his eyes demanded. "Human, you think one is enough?" "Impossible." I gave him a second one, and he nearly head-butted my knee in excitement. But here's the best part. The moment he finished his second treat, he walked back to the living room, flopped down again, and resumed his previous form. Lazy pancake Tama. It was like watching someone wake up just to eat snacks, then go right back to bed. Honestly, mood. I sat beside him once more, and he wiggled his way closer until his head gently rested on my foot. The purring returned, even louder this time, vibrating through the whole floorboard. And just like that, Tama had fully entered phase 2 of his lazy afternoon. Snack achieved. Resume relaxation. The sun began to set, painting the walls with orange and rose colors. The fan slowed. The house grew even quieter. And Tama, well, he had curled up in a tiny donut shape on my lap. I stroked his back slowly, feeling the warm softness of his fur as he breathed calmly, deeply, peacefully. Every once in a while, his ear twitched or his paw stretched out ever so slightly, reminding me that even in rest, he was fully present in his own cozy world. It struck me how magical this ordinary afternoon felt. Nothing dramatic happened. No big adventure. No chaos. Just quiet. Just being together. And it made me realize something. Sometimes the smallest, slowest moments are the ones we end up remembering the most. Tama wasn't doing anything impressive. He wasn't trying to be entertaining. He wasn't trying to be productive. He was simply existing. Comfortably. Naturally. Happily. And maybe that's exactly what we all need sometimes. Tama's lazy afternoon may seem like a simple slice of daily life, but it carries a message that fits perfectly with the fast-paced world we live in today. Watching him slow down reminded me how easy it is to forget the importance of rest. We rush from task to task, constantly thinking about what needs to happen next, and we rarely allow ourselves a moment of stillness. But Tama, without saying a word, showed me that slowing down doesn't mean falling behind. It means giving your mind space to breathe. It means appreciating the comfort of the present moment rather than racing into the future. It means recognizing that small joys, a warm spot of sunlight, a gentle breeze, a quiet moment with someone you love, are just as meaningful as big achievements. So the advice I take from this lazy afternoon, and the advice I want to pass to you, is this: take time to pause. Even if it's only for a few minutes a day, allow yourself to do nothing. Let your body rest. Let your mind settle. Life doesn't always have to be fast. Sometimes, slowing down is the best way to move forward.